A young woman was walking to her company. She secretly dropped some money on the ground. She was actually the owner of the company and was looking for an honest person to hire. Soon, a young man who was going for an interview saw the money. He quickly picked it up, looked around, and happily put it in his pocket. Then he walked away. The girl saw everything and felt disappointed. After some time, another young man passed by. The girl again dropped some money in front of him. He also picked up the money and happily kept it for himself. Seeing this, the girl felt even more disappointed. A little later, a third young man walked by. The girl dropped the money in front of him too. He quickly picked it up. At first, he thought, maybe I should keep this money. But then he stopped and thought again. He said to himself, no, this is wrong. The money does not belong to me. I should return it. He immediately ran after the girl and called out to her. Excuse me, you dropped your money, he said. The girl turned around and smiled. Oh, thank you very much. These are my money, she said. The young man replied, you're welcome. It was my duty. The girl thanked him and walked away. A short time later, the young man arrived at the interview location. To his surprise, the two other young men were also there. One of them asked, is this the place for the interview? The third young man replied, yes, I think this is the right place. All three candidates sat down and waited. After a few minutes, the same girl walked into the room. She said, please come inside for your interview. The three young men were surprised, but they followed her. They entered the interview room and submitted their CVs. The girl started asking questions. She looked at the first young man and asked, how many places have you worked before? He replied, I have worked at one company. The girl asked, what did you learn there? The young man said, I learned many things about work and also about practical life. The girl nodded and listened carefully. Then she stood up and said, I have made my decision. The job will go to the third young man. The first two candidates were shocked. One of them asked, why? What is special about him? He doesn't even seem more experienced than us. The girl smiled and said, because he is honest. The first young man quickly replied, we are honest too. We have never cheated anyone. The girl looked at both of them and said, you may leave now. They were confused. What did we do wrong? They asked. The girl answered, this morning I dropped money on purpose. Both of you picked it up and kept it for yourselves. You never tried to return it. The two young men realized what had happened. One of them said, then we don't want this job anyway. Both of them left the room. The girl then turned to the third young man. She said, I am giving you this job because of your honesty. The young man smiled and said, I only did what was right. Returning the money was my responsibility. The girl replied, I am very impressed by your honesty. People with good character are hard to find. This job is yours. The young man was extremely happy and thanked her. Do you think the girl made the right decision? Share your opinion in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this. Thank you for watching.